EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the New York Giants. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Go now. 70 Indy. Let's make these babies cry all the way now. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard at the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. From the gun, it's Lawrence. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Play action. It's Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out. Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And as he throws and the ball is out, it's a live football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Lawrence on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense could breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and trying to keep people.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first down carry for Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Now Saquon Barkley. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. From the gun, Russell. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready? 30 base. Go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Here's second and a yard. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. They go play action now. Lawrence rolling to his right. That's complete out right to the tight end Trimble. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Now Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by D.J. Moore. D.J. Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw on second down. Russell, he's going to wind up and air it out. And that going to... incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the Panthers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Now the extra point. It's 21-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Barkley with a carry on 1st down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run. So I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Brian Burns in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. On play action, Lawrence. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. From the gun is Strebler. Flushed out right. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. Here's Strebler. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That ball caught by Slayton. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw is Strebler. And they're going to get him. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Yetur Gross-Matos. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? Seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown's going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Hassan Reddick in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll go, Strebler. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially if the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Off the play fake, it's Strebler. He's going to air one out. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Curl. And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They go play action with Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for Carolina.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So that, Charles, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. He had the more standard receiving touchdown earlier. This time he finds the end zone in the run game.
Yeah, it's almost as if he said, well, that's how I normally do it. That's almost boring. Give me another opportunity. This time I'll use my legs only and get into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Strebler to throw again on 2nd down. Open man right side is Ingram. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Strebler to throw it. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.